You say you want to leave him. He won't let. What would he
What do
do?
you mean by that?
What will he do?
When you say I'm leaving it, you say,
Is that tying it up or keeping you in a room? Is he kidnapping you and saying, "Boy, I won't let you break up with me"? What? If I'm not going out with you again, I'm not going out with you again. I mean, I can block you. You can buy a new phone. When you call me, I'll receive the first one and block you. I'll receive the second one and block you. I won't have to talk to you. I don't live with you. I don't depend, except if you depend on him for your livelihood.
I know you watch one of the things that made Ghana really funny. Like at some point, when you go on social media, that's the thing that you be talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about KJT and Mrs. Makola. I have one of the lawyers that will curse you in court right here on my seat to talk about a few things that are going on social media, and then again meet some stories from our viewers. I'm talking about Ato Dazi. Ato, how is you?
I'm fine. I'm great.
Oh, that's great. Anyway, thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
All right, guys. So don't forget subscribe, like, and share. I saw some threads on X, and I'm like, you're the best person to talk about this thread. Now, the thread is, what did she say that made you realize she wouldn't be your wife? What did she say for you to realize she would not be your wife? Have you had that experience where you're with somebody and the person opened their mouth to say something and I was like, can't wait there? Nah.
Herself did not say it. It was her mom.
What did she say?
We're in a car, we're in her dad's car driving somewhere, and there was another car parked by the road with a guy, well, probably my age or younger than me. And the mother was like, these are the kind of men she will bring you home.
You were in the car?
Yeah.
Damn.
And you see, the truth of the matter is that once there's that much influence from somebody like the mother, you know it's not going to work. No matter how hard she will try.
Sorry.
So sorry. So then you start advising yourself and you start bracing yourself for the
It's back up immediately, or it took
no, it took some time. I mean, I didn't want it to be like,
because of that.
yeah, I'm getting off on.
But don't you think that was enough of a reason to just break up right there?
It was, but I didn't want it to be awkward.
Why would it be awkward? Like
Later, I apologize because of what your mother said. Oh no, that's not reason enough. You have to check and see if indeed she will succumb to that pressure. But then later on, you realize that, Charlie, you just have to let it go.
Interesting.
But people have told me things. Somebody has told me, "Oh, I found a new life in Christ," and this person is looking for an excuse. So,
What a new life?
A new life in Christ.
Okay. So now this one says, I have like 20 credit cards. So I think this is what the person said. I have like 20 credit cards and most are maxed out. It's fine though. I'll get my husband to eventually pay them off. I can file for bankruptcy and get new ones. When I tell you I ran, good Lord, I ran. So I think this is not a Ghana.
No, this is not a Ghana.
But having somebody, now this talks about financial security again.
This is not financial security.
I mean, this person is not like, if as a man you want to be with a woman, this person is not financially literate enough for you to be with the person. 20 credit cards. Let's see credit cards. Ask them out. It
won't work.
It won't work.
No, but somebody like this would hide it until the two of you are.
Yeah, but God was something. Allow this girl to say whatever she has. It actually wasn't what she said, but what my dad said. After a stupid fight at the end of a very abusive relationship, I was venting to my friend and my dad, telling them how she had called me pathetic because I asked her to stop calling me fat. And a whole bunch of red flags too.
First and foremost, you say after a fight at an abusive relationship, that's where it should have ended. I mean,
laughed and I hanged up. My dad looks up and says, "How could you let anyone treat you that way?" I knew then, and there it was over.
It shouldn't have gotten that far.
Yeah, it shouldn't have gone.
Abuse.
Damn.
Physical, emotional. Ran.
Wow.
Ran.
When her son told me that earlier in the morning before school, his mom looked at him and said, "I really miss when it was just two of us." A month later, we were done. But hearing that phrase, especially after basically raising him without his father in the picture and literally taking care of him day to day, I knew in that moment she would never be my wife after saying something like that.
This one is
It's iffy.
a bit sad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. The way the what? She told me she had a fantasy of being a MILF one day and sleeping with a younger man after we were married. She said by the time it happens, you will know that I love you, so you won't care. We had been dating 2 months, friends for 4 years.
What's the handle?
Where are you going?
I want to find. Look, I need to talk to her and understand subtitles. I don't really understand fully what she has said, but
This one says, "I don't care about your problem. You're a man. Act like it." That was what the person said. So the girl said, "I don't care about your problems. You are a man. Deal with it." And that was what made him leave her.
okay. Now this is a lady who will go the traditional way of promoting toxic masculinity. Yeah, because I don't care about your problem. You are a man, and a lot of us guys get it all. A lot of people think, no, be a man. Don't cry about this. Be a man.
Crap.
Yeah.
I think that's bullcrap, because one of the things that I find attractive in a man is a man that can come to his woman and say, "Babe, I have this issue." They can rest. This one said that she was thinking about how best to negotiate down the money her parents would demand from me for their blessing to marry her.
Read it again.
She was thinking about how best to negotiate down the money her parents would demand from me.
Yeah. That made him leave her.
Blessing to marry her.
That made him leave her. Demand from you, as in the dowry, the bride price, or what are we talking about? Is it different from that? Because it could be the bride price, and the lady thinks it's too much, so reduce it so that my husband can afford it, and let's move on. Why do you drop such a lady?
No, but maybe
if it is not the bride price and there's something different. Some parents are like that.
Charlie.
Apart from the bride price and the things you pay for the marriage.
A few weeks back, there was a list of their cans, their bridal, like their list for bride me. And then on X, all the men were like, "Oh, if it was like this, then we all go see Mario, we all go see Mario." And I'm like, I don't know why people make it seem like it's so much, because my cousin was getting married last year. And when I heard the list,
it's not that much. It's not that much. I mean, there are ones that are exaggerated and going around on social media. And I don't really believe everything I see on social media, because right now I can write a list and send to you and ask you to take a screenshot and send back to me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But then
PJ be for likes and trends on social media. But actual lists are not really, well, some are on the upside, but
there was a video too on TikTok where it was, I think was in Nigeria or somewhere, where the girl, like, almost the weighing up the list, and yam alone was more than 100 pieces.
I'm just for the comment. Hey, some of these things, I don't see why so you can't buy yam for you and your family until your daughter gets married.
I use things what are in the list when it comes to marrying. Like, I saw some of the things like the schnapps and the clothes, and I think for the accounts, the cloth is mainly for the wife. Like most of the things.
No,
it's not.
You buy clothes for the father. You buy clothes for the mother. You pay bride price to the father. You pay mother's money. You pay a kontaseka to the siblings, and then you buy stuff for the lady, including cloth. Sometimes, so some people take sewing machines now. They are doing, Oh yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, every house I lived in had a sewing machine, and most of them were from engagement lists.
Interesting.
So it depends on the group you find. And I've seen fathers say that I don't see why I should take all these things for my daughter. So plan your wedding and let's see how we can go about it.
Going. I told
Your father say that.
Well, my father is not in my life, so I don't know. But I told my mother that I don't want them to sell me off. I remember growing up, I even told her that they should take as low as 3 cities because I don't want to feel sold out. Don't set
David, one man miracle.
around. Don't set
But some can be what me can't because I mean. Wait, cheap.
No, but I said that because it's this. But no, like I didn't give that price, but I'm saying that I wanted something as well because this is the Uberman 3 cities. No, but this is what I'm trying to say. I think I had seen a lot. Yeah. That made it look like if the men pay the bride price, they feel like they bought the woman. And so they treat them.
It's actually true.
And they treat them.
I've spoken to friends and asked about not treating, if you are my friend and you treat your wife bad, me, I'll tell it to your face that Jimina Jai. But I've spoken to friends who feel they're a little bit on the power side in the union. Because yes, I paid by price. And they will tell you, if you also paid something for my hand, come in. But it's true.
Yeah.
They have a culture that has not really. There are negative things about our culture.
Truly, I'm not going to be that girl that my parents will sell out.
And some of them we have to think about how to improve on them. I mean, our culture is beautiful. There are so many positives we can pick from it, but there are negatives too.
Crazy.
There are negatives.
Making a man feel like he bought you, that's a mad. Anyway, let's get into the stories. One of the biggest reasons why he came. Okay. All right. This one, when him say Juana.
Let's have it.
Hi, POV. Please keep me anonymous. I'm a 24-year-old girl, the oldest daughter of my parents. I have 3 young siblings. I am done with the university and even my NSS and currently working. So my siblings are also done with uni, but my sister is in secondary school. We stay with both our parents, but our life, my mom has always been the provider, more or less, of my house. My dad has a job. Don't get me wrong. You see, the thing is, both my parents were trained teachers, but my mom wanted something more and the teacher pay wasn't enough. So she did her master's and everything. And now that's an office job. My dad, on the other hand, was unmotivated to do anything more. So he remained as a teacher. So my mom does most of the expenses in the house. Water, electricity, buys clothes and all. And in the end, he gives her 1,400 a month. And he feels like he's doing her a favor because in his own words, he could have decided not to give her anything. To be honest, my mom earns a lot, but it's not enough for everything, like school fees and all the other things, because of the rising economy and everything that is happening. I think it is important to say that 1,400 is about 1/4 of his salary. So it's not like he gives her half. And he also eats from the house 3 times. He doesn't buy food from his workplace too. And his workplace has a lot of distance. So he doesn't even have a car or even fuel the car. But whenever my mom asks him for extra money, he says he doesn't have. Recently, my dad gave me his phone to check for someone for him. And I saw a message as in someone sent him a message like he will want to change his phone. So I was curious. So I went to the chat and it seems he is having a whole full-blown affair with a university girl where he asks him for money. He sends it to him and even has changed her phone for her while he has never even given my siblings and I money. He also says, ask your mom whenever we try to ask him for money. So please, I want to know what should I do with the information. Is it okay to use it to blackmail him so he gives me more money or turn the issue to my mom? I want to know your opinion.
Situations like this are dicey.
Very.
First and foremost, on what authority is she saying that this is all the man gives the woman?
Okay.
I have experienced societies where a man hands everything over to the woman and the woman is the one who gives everything to the children. So most of the time the children think mommy is giving us everything. Mommy is giving us everything. So I'm not saying what she has typed is a lie, but I think she has to be 100% sure of the facts before she can make a decision. 2, the fact that if indeed the man is having an affair with a university girl and has to change phones and do that and gives less than 1/3 of his salary to his wife, I wouldn't say go and blackmail your father. It never works well. It never ends well. But I think you sit down with him and talk to him.
You think an African father will listen to their daughter? It's not even a son.
Chances are he would not listen. But the fact still remains that once he knows, you see, our culture, we live in a culture of fear. We are brought up in fear. So you're doing something, and instead of telling you that, explaining it to you scientifically that this and this and this and this will result in this, so don't do it. Instead of that, we find something to scare you so that you stop.
Whoop your ass.
It's not even about just beating you. Daddy will come and beat you. It's not beyond that. You're in the bathroom bathing and talking or singing or making noise. Instead of telling you when the lather enters your mouth, you might fall sick. You say no. So we are brought up in fear. And so no matter what, if a man knows that you have something on him, it will shake him just a little bit. And he will sit back and think about it. It might be the other way around. He will begin to fight you without reason. But chances are, when you sit him down and you talk to him about it, that you are gone. You are done with your national service. I mean, you are working now. I want to believe that you are earning some salary, so you don't depend on him for anything. So you sit him down and say that, Papa, I've gone in this house and seen this happen and this happen and this happen and this happen. And I feel you have not been fair to Mom. I am not coming against you. I could have made this giddy giddy giddy, but I don't want to do it. I want us to reason like adults because, yes, I am your child. Forever I will be, but I'm no longer a child. And I know you are buying phone for don't tell him you saw it on his phone. Just let him know that you know this is going on. I know you are changing phone for this girl in this school. I know you are giving her money. I know you're doing that. Probably because of that, you don't really bring enough money home and all that. But I'm not going to say stop. I'm not going to say what you're doing is wrong. Whether it's right or wrong. You're older than me, you know. I just need you to know that you have to be fair to us.
Okay.
Your family.
I need you to flip this, okay? If it was a woman that was cheating and it was a son that, realized it, do you think that the son would have been calm about it like we expect the girl to be?
I'm not expecting her to be calm. And if the tables were turned, I think the child should do the same with the mother.
I found myself in an instance where someone asked me, and it was a guy. He says his mother cheated on the father and he found out. And so he wasn't even thinking of, like, let's say blackmailing or anything. He wants to go and tell the father.
It's not.
And he's telling me that, he's asking me, is it right for him to go because he wants to go and tell the father, boys, like.
It is not in his place to do that. You see, one thing I would advise anybody is never come between your parents. When they met,
you were not there.
As young people and they were doing their lovey-lovey and things, you were not there. You have no idea how they built their relationship. Somebody might be having an affair with another person and the partner would know.
Yeah.
It's not your place to know that. So, or do something about it. So relax. If it's the parent who is doing that you want to talk to and say, Mom, I've seen you do this and do this, I don't think it's fair. I think you are doing yourself good. You want to talk to that person, but don't go and snitch. Because trust me, you don't want to be the reason why your parents' marriage break up. It will haunt you for the rest of your life.
Interesting.
So talk to the person who is doing it and allow that person to make the choices that they want to make.
Okay, on to the next story.
Let's have it. Let's have it.
Hi, I'm a student of UG and 23 years. I've been in a relationship with this guy for the past 3 years. Let's call him Mike.
Hey.
Throughout our entire time, he always cheats, and when I find out, he will break up with a girl and come and beg. Just recently, we went to a program together and he ignored me the whole time sake of a lady he claims to be his ex. Fast forward, I sat behind a gentleman and we talked a little and exchanged contact. We talked each day and he finally proposed to me. I hesitated for a while and finally decided to give in sake of my BF wasn't having my time now. The issue is I realized Mike has a co-worker as a girlfriend, so finally decided to leave him and be with the new guy. But Mike is not willing to let go, even though he knows I'm dating this new guy now. I don't know what to do. Mind you, this new guy is cool and I love him already. What should I do? Will be in the comment section.
Charlie. Stupid things. I just
So Mike want to cheat.
One. You've been with him for 3 years. He has not done it once. He has done it multiple times. You find out, you complain, you claim he breaks up with a person and comes to beg, and you forgive and move on. To start with, you say you want to leave him, he won't let. What would we
What do you
do?
mean by that?
What will he do?
When you say I'm leaving it, you say,
Is that tying it up or keeping you in a room? Is he kidnapping you and saying, "Boy, I won't let you break up with me"? What? If I'm not going out with you again, I'm not going out with you again. I mean, I can block you. You can buy a new phone. When you call me, I'll receive the first one and block you. I'll receive the second one and block you. I won't have to talk to you. I don't live with you. I don't depend, except if you depend on him for your livelihood. What is, I'm trying to break up with him and he's not agreeing. What exactly do you mean by that?
that's it.
The story is not clear.
Whenever I say that, when people say that, I'm trying to break up with him and he's not allowing me, I'm like, what do you mean by that? And people tell me it's not that easy. What is not that? What do you mean? The person is treating you bad. What are you doing there?
To talk, let's deal with this specific one. You have met somebody else and you have already started going out with
You're
that.
literally also cheating on the guy.
You are not cheating.
Okay, he knows.
You are saying I've broken up with you, so you
Move
go.
on.
I'm moving on with this guy. And you are saying this guy is saying he won't agree. It's the same.
Now I'm even questioning myself if the new guy knows about the old guy.
Exactly. Now, Charlie, you're 23. You already have relationship conflict. You have experienced more conflict than your parents. Some of these things, I don't understand that. There are people like this. I'm not saying she is, but there are people who can't live and say, "Oh, I've lived for 2-3 years. I've not been in a relationship." I don't see how people are living like that until you have lived by yourself and you know yourself and you know how to live on your own. You can't really live with somebody. You can't be with somebody until you have been with yourself. You've been with this guy and he's not your first. 3 years. That's when you were 20. But 16, 17-year-olds, they have more relationship experience than their parents.
Let's move on to the next story.
Let's have it.
I feel I'm 20 years, another one. I'm 20 years of age now, and I would like to mention my name, but I was dating since 2020. When I met him, he was done with SHS. We were just friends and started developing.
She's 20 now in 2024. You met the guy in 2020. 16. Okay, go on.
When I met him, he was done with SHS. We were just friends and we started developing feelings for each other. I really love him a lot. It was only my friends who knew about us. I couldn't tell my sister or my parents because they would kill me. The relationship was very lovely. I sometimes skipped school to go to his place, but not knowing he was also dating another person. I asked him severally, but he denied until one day my closest friends went for vacation classes and became friends with that girl, and we found out they were actually in a relationship. I asked my boyfriend and still denied, so I even broke up with him and went to school. When I came back, he told me he's sorry and wanted us to meet. I didn't mind him. So one day, my JHS school administrator texted me that he misses me, so he wants us to meet. Where is this going? With that man, I never liked him, but he liked me, so he was doing stuff for me so he can get me, but he didn't. So when he texted me that he wanted us to meet, I was surprised. I was like, cool. I went to meet him not knowing he wanted to have sex with me. I wasn't ready, but when I realized he had done it, I regretted since that day. So some weeks came and to pass. and I went to meet my boyfriend, the one I broke up with. I told him myself that this happened. He got bored and we settled it. And then that day we had sex too. So I went back to school and I realized I had missed my period. It just shit. I told him, but he didn't take me serious. But I used to prank him that 6 months came to pass. And my mom told me that I was pregnant. So I told him, and he came to my house to meet my mom. We spoke about it and he didn't want to accept the pregnancy at first, but later he did. So he started giving me money for hospital and all that, not knowing he was still with the same girl. I was really heartbroken, but he still came to me that it's me he wants. The girl was always going to his place. They were going out and all that until I gave birth. POV, he came to me telling me that he's sorry for everything and he wants us to be together now. Should I trust him or do you think he's still playing with me? But now he has blocked and cleared everything about that girl. Now he's planning to get married to me when I complete SHS this year. POV, I really need that. The fact that you gave birth was your yes, it's ay.
Oh my son, America. Little, there's a missing link somewhere. Little children, JSS, and JHS. Me sorry, me at any pants. Me call JSS.
But even first of all, the JHS man that was bothering her until Robert Quest is not in the code die.
No, so this started from JHS. That's what I'm saying. Little children. JHS, maybe JHS, I'm saying.
We had the number 13 or 12 years.
15. I finished JHS.
I'll be 15.
And then I finished SS a month to my 18th birthday. So yes, 15, 18.
Yeah, 15.
Now you are in JHS. 13, 14, 15. And you are saying, I got feelings for somebody. It's a line, a mine. What feelings do you have? What do you know about feelings? 12, 13, 40-year-old. And you are thinking about relationship. Charlie.
Okay, let me end.
Now you have given birth. Wow, only now. Well, when I also are clear, he wants to get married to you.
Let me finalize the episode.
Let's have it.
There's this girl in my high school who is quiet and adorable. She's always the top favorite student of most teachers. Last year, my friend began dating her and she told her she was a lesbian. But my friend ignored. That's it. No continuation.
High school.
High school.
Okay.
High school lesbian.
There's something fundamentally wrong with us and how we build our relationship. And I think I'll blame the generation ahead of us.
Okay.
Because talking about relationships was like a taboo. So there's no education to children about sex and about relationships and how to build these things. So children grow up exploring for themselves and they want to find things out for themselves. And so they meet somebody, oh, this boy is fine, or Bashko are dressing nice and
or smelling nice.
He's neat, and I think we like ourselves. By the time we realize Jesus, SHS, they are having sex. When I was growing up, I was scared to even think about sex.
Did you have the sex talk with your parents?
Never. Never till today.
I think I had a similar thing with my parents, but it was about menses, like with my mom.
You're a lady, so your mom will definitely talk to you about, especially after you experience it the first time, then she will school you a little bit about it. But relationships and sex, I remember I had an auntie who was the only person who spoke to me about sex. And even that one, it was as brief as the dot on an I. It was just quick. I think I started getting friends and female friends and blah, blah, blah. And all she said was like, don't waste your future over 5 minutes pleasure. 5 minutes no, a twerk. No.
Do you think that has impacted you?
5 minutes after she said it, I was actually intrigued about the 5 minutes pleasure, and I wanted to. I think that I went to look for it. Please, I'm a good boy. I wanted to find out exactly what.
Please, why are you deceiving? Continue.
I'm a good boy. You can ask me.
Let me get that.
So I think that from the basics, JHS, when children are beginning to hit puberty and all those things. We need to educate people. We need to let them know that these changes are going to go on in your life, and doesn't mean you should go and do this or do that. Let's be open about it. It's not a taboo.
It's not scary.
It's not scary. If you don't talk to me about it, I'll find out elsewhere. The things I know now, my parents didn't know. And I found out by myself.
I have to thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and then share to the channel. I mean, tell people that now my guests are coming in, and you know, every guest that comes here is a banger, has something interesting to let you know. And I know Ato has said a lot that would resonate with you, and you've learned a lot from this episode. I'll see you in the next episode, but until then, Ato social media.
A2 Dazi. I told them I turn A2 because there are so many Ato Dazis there. A and the figure 2, the number 2. A2. Then Dazi. Dadzie. One word.
When are we seeing the next?
A2 Dazi.
Mokola and Keke.
Kete was Makola. We are still in the court trying to cook something, so relax. When it is ready, you are going to receive it.
Okay. Okay, all right. Bye, guys.